Go grab his line. Come on, Ed, let me do it to you. There you go, one more. Okay, so a little something I want to add to the last technique, going back. Like, it doesn't matter if it's that kimura setup. You could have entered into that same position through a spinning arm bar, right? And I ended up, no, don't let my foot get trapped over here. Right? I could have ended up in the arm bar like this, any different variation. You know what I'm saying? I could have fell on my side and shot that out and squeezed, right? So just to throw that out there, like, it doesn't have to just come from that kimura setup. Anywhere that you spin for that far side arm bar with your shin in. So there's a difference. There's games to play with your feet over like this, with your shin in like this, and with your foot in like this, and like your foot in like this, and like your foot in like this. So there's all different variations. Which ones do what? Well, turn it to me a little bit. And I'm not using my hands so you guys see what I'm doing with my leg. Turn it a little bit more, right? So this one equals a triangle, right? Because my legs, I have a head and arm in. This one, when I have both, equals a guard break, or a grip break. He can't stop that grip break because I can shake my opponent's grip free. But when I'm over here like this, I have no control of his turning. I have no control of his head, so having to always be able to stack into me. I don't like that one, especially the double leg over. But when I have the shin in, I still can't control his head. He can turn in. Not good for me, all right? But if I know what's going on, I can turn this into a triangle. So he turns in, I shoot my bottom leg through, I extend my top leg and put it inside my bottom leg as much as I can. I'm trying to choke him as much as I can. And then here, I have to switch my grip. Right? I'm able to now, look, put this wrist down on the mat, and I'd like to slide it behind his butt because I don't want him to make any gi grips. Now I'm going to have to unlock my guard and stick my hip on the mat over here on the far side of the hip. Okay, so I'll unlock my triangle, I'll come over here, I have my leg still over the head, and I finish the side control version of the kimura. Okay? So, like we were doing earlier, we turned them over from north-south, we went, aw shucks. Okay? What I like to do is I like trying to chop my foot in his armpit. Just like that, I'm trying to chop through. Boom, he'll usually re-grab his hands, and here we are. Now, I could also have gotten there, like I was showing earlier from that spinning arm bar, because I'm like in knee on belly or this position, maybe just push on my knee or whatnot, I'm going for this classic arm bar, my foot's still in his armpit, you see? So that's another way that I get into this position, very commonly. I'm going to hold on, and then I'm going to use my hand as a cup so that he can't fully turn in. Look, I'm just holding his knee just barely off the ground. I let go of it, I have him get onto your knees, he switches his base, he drives, now I'm on my side, it's not good. Okay? So when I do come around for that arm bar, I just cup. He tries to turn in, he gives me the space to shoot my leg through, extend the top a little bit more, and put it in the bottom. Now I don't have that kimura grip though, I gotta switch my grip. Because I got that triangle, he's immobile. Now he's thinking about getting shoved. I switch my grip into the kimura grip, not using my thumbs, beginners, right? Monkey grip. Double palms right here. Use your legs and your arms. Snap the grip, and I'm here. Okay? Now I'm going to put all my weight, it doesn't hurt him, but I pivot by pushing off of his wrist. I'm pushing off of his wrist. I'm going to let go of my triangle a little bit. I'm going to put my hip on the far side of his hip. Look. Now I kept my leg over his head. I want to keep his arm bent, push it towards his neck, and he'll get that tap. If I have my leg forward like this, you guys see what I'm talking about? Hold on. I know you know what I'm talking about, but if I have my leg forward, I'm parallel to him, I'm able to be rolled. Okay? So that's why this leg's kicking back like a kickstand on a bike. And I got my toes engaged back there. You guys see what I'm talking about? Okay, so now he can't turn into me. I definitely want to have my leg over the head. I don't want to come over here like this and then have that and turn in. And now he's, keep going buddy, and now he's on top. Okay? And actually he can turn that into his own arm bar. See, it just keeps going, right? So I don't want it to keep going. So let's enter into it two ways, just so that you can get familiar with both. One is going to be that aw shucks kimura from side control, okay? So I turn him on his side, boom, boom. He doesn't have to be holding on yet, don't T-rex. I'm here like this. I want you to chop here so that I can hook that triangle. Hey, he can connect his hands or his gear, whatever the heck he wants now, but I'm gonna break it because I got my whole body to split it apart. Underneath his back as much as I can. Put your weight on the wrist and your hip goes to the far side. All the way over, now I get that kimura, boom, he taps. The other version is I'm in side control. I swivel under his arm, and I've got that traditional side control knee on belly style armbar. I pull him up, I rotate, my foot got stuck on his armpit. He puts his hands together, cool. Grab your collar, cup the leg, he turns in, I shoot my bottom leg through, top leg through. Now I go back to that kimura grip. Break the grip, put it underneath his back. Does that make sense, or too much at one time? Let me just show it a couple more times each way, okay? So, aw shucks. That's where I'd like to get. Hook it. He connects his hand, that's cool. Break it on the mat. Don't want him grabbing anything. It's okay if he does grab. I'm still gonna break the grip because I have the body. Put it behind his back. Open the triangle and rotate. It's really bent and really tight, so don't crank it too hard. Watch, it's just a little, it's not like a guard kimura. Okay? Or I'm in side control, where he's got like the arm over my head towards his legs, okay? Cupping the shoulder. A lot of people keep the elbow here. I don't like to do that. I like to stick that elbow on his ribs. It's nasty, but it also pins him. It's just another body mechanical version of doing this to pin him from turning in too hard. But I still want to pull him on his side, rotate, put my shin on his back, and now I'm here. He turns in a little bit, boom, shoot, shoot. Now I gotta switch that grip. Good to go? Do both and switch, both and switch. Ready, set.